What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4. It's Carissa here, and I'm really happy that you're here today. It's been a hot minute since I've brought you something new, and I apologize in advance if I sound really strange. It's because your girl got hit with the Rona, and well, it could have been worse. I'm glad it was not worse. I'm very grateful actually that it wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. It was really rough. But nonetheless, I'm very grateful that I'm better and healing and all of that good stuff. So anyway, I'm excited to bring you this reading. It's something that I've been wanting to bring you for quite some time, and obviously things got pushed back. So today's reading is all about what other people love about you. So without further ado, let me introduce to you the 4 different groups that I'm bringing you today. And we have 4 different decks and 4 crystals, so you can pick based on whichever you choose, and you can pick as many as you would like. You may have messages in more than one. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So starting with group number 1, we have this beautiful Lepidolite heart crystal. And I apologize if you hear my dogs, by the way. They're looking out the window. With Tarot in Wonderland. I'm randomly picking a card in the deck. We have the Hierophant, just to show you the artwork. And I'm not taking reversals in today's reading. And then group number 2, we have the Dreamkeeper's Tarot, and this is a aura-coded Howlite point. Hopefully my lighting is doing it justice. It's beautiful. And again, this is a Dreamkeeper's Tarot with, ooh, strength. Hopefully the camera can focus on that. And again, I'm randomly picking cards here. I'm just cutting and showing you the artwork. Group 3, we have Phantom Quartz crystal. I just got this bad boy and it's gorgeous. With the Tarot of the Divine deck, and ooh, we have the Queen of Cups flipping over. Beautiful. So that's group 3. And group 4, I have this flower agate starfish with the Mystical Moments tarot deck with the King of Swords. So go ahead and pause the video here if you need more time to choose your group or groups. Timestamps will be listed below, and I will go ahead and see you at your reading, guys. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading if you chose this Lepidolite crystal and Tarot in Wonderland deck. I totally said that backwards, but welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal right over here by Luna and your deck on the side for a bit. I have some pre-shuffled oracles right here for you, and we're just gonna dig right in on what people love about you. And yeah, and I'm also gonna get some advice and positive guidance at the end so that you guys can get some self-love advice and all that good stuff. So starting off, we have the Dragonfly. We have Rose number 21. We have 34, Ocean's Muse, Water's Wisdom, Intuition, Hermit's Light, Discovery. And we have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Put that there. Then we have afterlife. Where are we going now? Transition, transformation, rebirth. And it says it was all a dream. And this is the solar plexus chakra with number 16, determination. Focus. Focus. Please focus. There we go. Not quite centered here, but okay. Tap me into the energy of group 1, please, Spirit. Tap me into the energy of group 1. What do people love about group 1? Okay, so I just heard beautiful mind, and obviously I picked up on that right away with some of the cards when I was laying them down, but it was just like resounding in my head as well just now, especially with these two cards here, the dragonfly and the jellyfish in this card. If you think about the dragonfly's wings and just a jellyfish in general, how these creatures are translucent, like not the dragonfly's body, but the wings and the body of the jellyfish. They are translucent, so you can see through those creatures. Again, the wings. I'm talking about the wings. And so when you think about those particular creatures and you look through those parts of them, you can see things differently, and your perspective changes when you look through them. And that is what people absolutely love about you, group 1. People love that you are able to see things so differently, and that you not only do you see them differently, but you help them see things differently. And whether it be that you explain it to them, or I feel like a lot of times you don't always have to, but it's like I keep looking here at Luna. You just have this beautiful way of seeing life and opening other people's perspective to see things from a different view, and being more open to that view, and being like it's like you for some reason I keep being shown the Thestrals in Harry Potter, how you are not able to see them unless you have witnessed a death in your life. And so Luna has always been able to see this because she saw her mom die, and like she wasn't scarred by this in the way that you would think. She found it like, this was like a beautiful way of seeing it, because she's now able to see these beautiful creatures, and Thestrals are amazing and beautiful creatures. And so it's kind of like that. I don't think I'm really explaining it in the way that is coming across beautifully. That might have not been the best analogy. So I apologize, but I am definitely being told that you have this way about you where people find your unique perspective, and you're it's almost like this, not childlike, but just such a beautiful way of looking at things. And it's not in like a dark way. It's like you have a way of being able to look at something that might be tragic and finding the silver lining of it. So it's like laugh half full type of way, optimistic way. And so And that's not to say like you're a toxic positive person. Not toxic, but like toxic positivity is the key term here. That is not the way it's coming across at all. It's coming across as like you just have a way of finding the silver lining in things, and that's what makes you so beautiful. And so that's what people really love about you, is that you're not somebody who just looks at all the horrible things and complains. You're someone who looks at all the good. And so sorry, I'm getting a download from this card right here, is that you're also someone who's able to, like, when you think about the dragonfly and the jellyfish, these two creatures are also both creatures that are able to move and shift. Even this here, I don't know if this is salmon. I want to say it is salmon, because these, yes, okay, got it. Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. This is gonna make sense, and I'm not talking to myself. I know it sounds like I'm talking to myself, but I'm hearing it. It's coming through, and that's why I had to pause, because I was listening to what was being downloaded. So it's gonna make sense in just a second. So the dragonfly and the jellyfish are two creatures that are always on the move. So if you think about a dragonfly, it hovers for a bit and then it moves. Okay, and then same with the jellyfish. It's constantly afloat, right, in the ocean. It doesn't just stay still, stay stagnant. They're always moving. And same with the salmon. They swim upstream, which is very difficult. Not many fish do that. I don't think any other fish does that, actually. And that's why this is associated with the determination card as well. So just know that people really, really admire your ability to constantly evolve and constantly push forward and grow. So whenever you are faced with an obstacle, or whenever you are faced with something, sorry, group one, I got interrupted a little bit, but I apologize. People really admire how you are able to push through and constantly evolve. You don't let yourself sit still and be stagnant. And not to say that you are a busybody in any way, but what I mean to say is that you are somebody who is always looking for ways to grow and better yourself. You're always looking for ways to expand your mind and expand your soul and your heart. And even with which leads to this determination. You're determined to always push yourself to be better than you were yesterday. And you're somebody who, when you set your mind to something or you have a goal, you're going to achieve that. And then once you achieve that goal, of course you celebrate it, but you set yourself up for another goal and you go after that one. So there's always that. And then even with this rose card here, I'm being told too that you have this beautiful way of, like, when you think of a rose bush when it first is planted, you are someone who has so much strength and power within you, which also connects to this determination card, that in order to become a rose and bloom, you have to rise up from the dirt. You have to overcome so many things. And when we're planted as a seed in the ground, we're buried right in the dirt, and dirt is thrown all over us, and we're in the dark and we can't see anything, and you have to grow through that. And so that is something people really admire about you, is that you're able to do that. You're able to see the bigger picture, and you're able to, like, your mind is such a beautiful thing that people really love, that you're able to see the bigger picture and you're able to overcome so many things. You don't let things stop you. And with this card here, where are we going now? You're always asking that. Okay, when you arrive to that destination, you're like, okay, where to next? Where's the next? And You dream these things up, you know. It was all a dream because you have these big dreams that you want to accomplish, and you don't let anything hold you back. And so you're constantly phoenixing from like rising from the ashes. They're playing Queen, We Are the Champions, and I absolutely love Queen, by the way, Freddie Mercury. If you have not watched Bohemian Rhapsody, I strongly urge you to. There might be a message for you there. But if you think about his story, it's absolutely beautiful how he knew he was going to be a star. He knew he was going to be on that stage, and he knew he was going to be destined to do something greater with his life, and he did it. And so that is, you guys, you know, determination and strength, and just, he had such a beautiful, beautiful mind. And that's the same thing as you guys. He just saw things in such a different way, and that is the same way as you. And I love you, group one. Who are you? And with this honesty card, I don't really need to explain that. I feel like you guys are extremely honest, at the very least with yourselves. And I feel like that you're constant evolving. It's because, like the ocean, you know, when you think about the ocean, there's so much of it that we do not know. And you understand that about yourself as well, that there's so much out there and so much about yourself that you don't know. That's why you're constantly evolving and growing and helping others to do the same. And that's what other people love about you, is that you're so honest about it, and you're so raw and real, and it really is so beautiful, like a rose. And like this, you're like this, just, it's beautiful energy, group one. Absolutely inspiring. So let's take a deeper look here at what others love about you guys. So what do other people love about group one? What do other people love about group one? We have the Eight of Cups. If you'll focus, please, camera. No? There we go. Cute little piggy. What do others love about group one? Oh, we have this Three of Cups. That was a quick focus. What do others love about group one? A lot of water energy in your reading, group one. I do want to say that. Just because you have the Ocean Muse, the Cups, and the Salmon card here. We have the Lovers. What do others? Ooh. Oh, and the Seven of Cups. Let's get one more. What do others love about group one? And the Three of Swords. In the back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. Okay. This card is peeking out. Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm going to leave that as well because it really wanted to peek out. So I feel like it's important. So let me just zoom in on this for you because it wanted to peek out from there. So we're keeping that in there because I feel like it's for you. So let's just adjust this, shall we? Okay, group one. So people absolutely love the fact that despite you've been hurt and heartbroken before, you are not somebody who uses that pain and necessarily lashes out on other people or carries that pain like with a chip on your shoulder. Not to say that, not to throw shade at anyone who does do that, but what I mean to say is that people really admire that you use that pain and you don't allow it to harden your heart. You don't allow it to close you up in any way, because I do feel like you've been hurt deeply in the past, and this might have been like, for some of you, this might have been like one really, really tough heartbreak. And for others of you, this could have been 2 or 3 heartbreaks that have, you know, done you wrong. And like I said, rather than like dwelling on these heartaches and allowing it to harden you and allowing it to, you know, close you up, you don't let it do that to you. Instead, you know, you welcome people into your life, and you know, you still enjoy your life with the people that you love. You still open your heart to others, and you still bring people in. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is that you welcome these people into your life, and you're open to new experiences with other people. You're open to receiving love and giving love so openly, despite being hurt in the past. And you don't allow it to harden you. As I said, that's like such a big message coming through. And at that same point, nobody thinks that you're naive for doing so. Because I do feel like some of you might be thinking like, well, am I dumb? No, you're not. Okay. That might be specific, that thought right there. So take it only if it resonates. Because this 8 of Cups here is about people admiring the fact that you're able to walk away from situations and relationships that are no longer serving you, or that are not worthy of your time and your energy. You know when people are not for you, because you recognize that when your energy is not being received in the way that is deserving, you know when to walk away. You know, like when you're pouring into someone's cup, but like there's a hole in the bottom and they're like just taking advantage of you, you know, like you recognize like, okay, I see you. And you know, at that point, you're like, okay, goodbye. And you have no problem doing that. And that doesn't affect you in being like, I don't trust people easily. I don't trust anybody. You're not that type of person, you know? And I just heard like every rose has its thorns. And you say that, I don't know if some of you say that a lot, or you just believe in that, maybe both. But that's what I'm hearing. So you recognize that everybody has a good and a bad to them, a light and a dark to them, and I see that excuse me, you recognize that while there are good people and bad people in this world, that not every bad person should speak for everybody in the world, you know, and that while you may run into these bad people, that doesn't mean like that should ruin everyone else for you, you know. And I think that people really admire your fresh take on that, because I know a lot of people do have that take on things where they're like, nope, I've been fucked over too many times and I'm good, you know. I'm not going to do that anymore. No, I don't trust nobody. I don't let nobody in. Nope, nope, nope. You know, and you're not like that. So I definitely feel like a lot of people really love and admire that about you. And it's a very admirable trait about yourself that you should absolutely keep and hold on to, because I feel like a lot of us should be a little bit more receiving to this, and a little bit more open to not letting people walk all over us, but like just how you have this good balance of knowing when it's time to like let people go, you know, because you have this 9 of Cups here at the back of the deck, and people really like, because you have this way to you, you also, you know, have a really good, because your energy is so good like that, you are also able to attract the right people into your life and the right opportunities into your life, which is why you have this card here. And this card is about like wish fulfillment and about contentment and being happy in your life and just all the things. And people are like, wow, you know, they really admire that you're able to, like I said earlier, attain all of your goals and hit all your goals, and you're like, you want that bag, you go get that bag and you get it, and you're able to hit all those things and manifest all those things. And it's because of the energy that you put out there and the energy that you have around you, and the fact that you are the way that you are with people and with how you view the world and how open you are to expanding and growing always and evolving. And it's in a genuine form. It's this honesty that you have about you. It's not because that you're forcing it. It's this true, genuine way that you are. And that's how people, that's what other people really love and admire about you. And it's just, it's awe-inspiring. Honestly, group one, you should be so proud of yourself. I want to be your friend. This is amazing energy, group one. You are a badass, and you should be so proud of yourself. This is amazing, amazing energy. Absolutely amazing, and I'm so proud of you. You should be so proud of yourself. People absolutely love this about you, and it's amazing. I don't want to keep like butchering the message because this is awesome, and I don't know any other words to say besides you're freaking amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and get you some advice and positive guidance here. So I want to really use this deck here that I got for you. So let's see what we can get here. The cards are really big, so don't mind me. These are just things for you to either do or reflect on. Because, like I said, you need to do a little bit of self-love. And sometimes these are things that we don't even realize about ourselves. So it's just going to help you love on yourself. One more shuffle, and then I will cut for you, group one. Okay. What does group one need to know? What does group one need to know? Any positive guidance or advice? What do they need to reflect on to love on themselves a little more? Oh, here we go. You have a, what is this? Oh, you have two. Okay. First you have values. We'll just take this one. Values and beliefs. It has a fox on it. That is so fitting because I talked about rebirth, and fox is literally the phoenix from Harry Potter. And if you're not familiar, she rises from the ashes. And it says, while we may come from different places and speak in different tongues, our hearts beat as one. Professor Dumbledore from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This quote from Professor Dumbledore describes the value of extending a friendly hand to people whose backgrounds and perspectives are different from yours. Oh my gosh. Think about some ways in your own life that you can honor diversity and practice inclusion. These are things, so you obviously already do this. So I feel like this is coming out to say that people absolutely love this about you, that you are someone who absolutely honors this about other people. And seriously, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna get one more from this because this is a lengthy deck. So anything else from this deck, Spirit, that group 1 needs to know or hear about themselves? Anything else before? Oops. Okay, we have experiencing loss. It says, Hedwig is Harry's beloved pet snowy owl, given to him by Hagrid on his 11th birthday. Hedwig is Harry's constant companion through the first 6 films in the series, providing help, comfort, and friendship through some of Harry's darkest times. Do you have a special animal companion that has brought you comfort during difficult moments? So I think this is talking about a time when you've experienced a loss, like we mentioned here. And maybe this heartbreak might even talk about when you lost a pet that was close to you, that meant a lot to you. And just taking the time to honor that. And this particular pet is coming through and giving you love. And just letting you know that they cherish you and your time together. And that they love you so much. I feel like that's what the card is showing up here. And I feel like they brought you a lot of comfort during maybe the times that you've gone through your own heartbreaks as well. And that might be very specific for some of you. I realize not everyone has a pet, but take it only if it resonates, of course. I do want to get advice from one more deck, so one sec. Okay, so we're gonna get advice from this deck right here. Any closing advice for group number 1, please, Spirit? Any closing? Oh, we'll take both. Okay. Down in the river. Let me get that one after. So, down in the river is basically telling you, it's actually a card about renewal, which is kind of funny. Not funny, but like it kind of connects back to this card right here where you are all about rebirth. And of course, like 7 is also a number about renewal as well. It makes me think about renewal anyway. But this is just saying to, if you can, connect with water, like a body of water in nature. I know depending on the weather where you are, that's not possible, but if you can take a bath or something like that, connect with water, it can be very healing and be a great time for you to connect with your intuition and heal yourself as well. But that'll be some great self-care for you. I see that you are here and I am glad. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oops. So I see that you are here and I am glad. It's about basically your guys are here telling you that they love you. It's so cute. That's literally what this is saying, that they love you. Plain and simple. They see you. They love you. That is literally the cutest message. Your back of the deck here is Be Groovy or Leave Man. I love this deck. And it's all about the vibe. And honestly, that's something you already do. You already know. If people are not sitting well with you, can't get with your vibe, you're like, peace out, bean sprout, get out of here, and you're not with it, they're welcome to sit on the couch. But if they cannot get with your vibe, they cannot, get with the program, you're like, hey, you gotta leave, goodbye. You give them a chance, but yeah. And that's something you already do, and your guys are here to tell you, like, keep doing that, because that energy that you're doing is what's allowing you to keep going the way that you're going and achieving the things that you're achieving. And at the very least, if you feel like you're not doing that, you're well on your way to doing that, group one. So that is what I see for you, and that is what I have for you, group one. I hope that you really enjoyed this reading. I absolutely love you based on this reading. It's amazing, and people love you so, so much. You are so loved, group one. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. Please go ahead and smash the like button and let me know down below how you liked it. And if you really did like it, let me, I would really appreciate it if you went ahead and shared it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested, where you can access the extended readings that I already have posted, and I'll be doing other extended readings in the future as well. Not for today though, but and we're gonna have exclusive readings available as well. Certain tiers have we're gonna have monthly zodiac readings over there, and then yeah, not available here on YouTube. So check that out if you're interested. Our community is growing, and I'm super excited about that. So also, hello to my Patreons. I love you guys. I love all of you all. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. What's up, group 2? If you chose this Howlite crystal, this aura coated Howlite crystal on the Dreamkeeper tarot, welcome to your reading. I'm gonna go ahead and put your crystal right there and your deck onto the side. Sorry, I have some sage that's dropped from when I cleansed group 1's energies for you. So we're just gonna get started with your reading right away. My ear is ringing on the right side, by the way. Tap me into the energy of group 2, please, Spirit. Tap me into the energy of group 2, please, Spirit. Okay, group 2, we're just gonna get right into your reading. What do people love about you? And I do want to start off by saying that people think you're really sweet. So, but we're going to start off with the pre-shuffled oracles, and then dig deeper with tarot. Again, no reversals in case you missed the intro. And then I'm going to finish off with advice and positive guidance as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So there's the dragon. Nice. 24 soil. Let's do this one. Number 1, Mother Earth. Number 6, I'm not gonna butcher this. Hecate's path. Hecate's path. I think that's the way it is. Cycle of life, night magic, crossroads, letting go. Please focus. There we go. Let's put this on the side. And soul's window. Listen to what speaks to your soul. Purpose, passion, truth. I like this. We also have perseverance, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. I like this a lot, group 1. I mean, group 2, excuse me. Wow. I'm just holding on to your crystal to tap into your energy here. First off, I want to point out, I'm being drawn to all the eyes that are in your reading here, group 2. People, I think if you felt called to listen to group 1, I definitely go ahead and listen to that. There might be messages for you there, but excuse me. But people definitely admire and love how you are able to see things in such a true and authentic way. And not only that, but you're able to see things like you might have clear gifts, like clairvoyant gifts, and I think psychic abilities as well. And people love that about you, that you have this mysterious way to you. I feel like there's this magic way about you. I just feel like there's so much magic in your cards here. Because of all the eyes looking at me, I feel like a little bit intimidated, not gonna lie. And I feel like people, like, you give people the butterflies. Something magical about your eyes. People love your eyes. Regardless of the color, because it's gonna vary for everybody, but people absolutely love your eyes, for one thing, and for another thing, they love how you're able to see things. And whether it's seeing things, it's all of it. It's seeing things from your unique perspective. It's seeing things that people are not able to see at all, and it's seeing things like into the future. And you're able to see things as well, like some of you might even be able to see things that people don't even know, or you don't even know how you're able to see things, because I'm hearing like you might be getting downloads from like Akashic records, like, so you might know things from the past, or things that you've no clue how you know them, and it's because you're able to tap into that magic. And so I also want to note too how connected to the earth you are. And maybe I'm not saying like you're outdoorsy in the sense, and maybe some of you are, but there's a lot of earth energy here in your reading. I'm gonna put your crystal there now. There's a lot of earth energy here in your reading. You have soil, you have Mother Earth, and then you have a lot of earth energy just depicted in this card here as well. So it's just making me think that you are someone who's very grounded, and while you have your head in the clouds sometimes, and you're able to dream things up and see things that other people can't see, you're able to like go up there, you're at the same time really rooted into the ground. You're a very grounded person, and there's a strong sense of balance in who you are, knowing exactly who you are and being able to stand in that. And people really love that about you, and how balanced you are, and how you know who you are, and how you're able to stand in your authenticity so well, and so unapologetically, and so beautifully. People absolutely love that about you, like how you just stand in it, and they love that, and they admire that about you. And it's just this beautiful energy. You're able to really just, like, a lot of people, when they really know who they are and they're able to stand confidently in who they are, a lot of times it can come off as like overly confident and even egotistical, but that's not even how you come off. You come off as like very grounded and balanced, and you don't let that overcompensate, like over, I don't know what the word is, but you're able to really just balance your ego. And you're with the soil card here, like I said, you're very rooted and you're very grounded. And not only that, but you're able to persevere. Like, both of these cards talk about perseverance, and you're somebody who is able to overcome a lot of challenges. And same with this dragon card too. I'm being brought to this story of how the koi fish I need to drink water. How I don't know if you know this story, but how koi fish turns into a dragon. But the koi fish swims upstream and swims up the waterfall, and that waterfall represents like this hard obstacle in its life. And obviously swimming up a waterfall is not an easy feat, and while it does that, it transforms into a dragon. And it's a beautiful story about perseverance and overcoming this challenge and challenges, you know, in order to become this amazing dragon. And that is what you do, group 2, and that is what people really admire about you. You know your purpose and you're passionate about it, and it's about listening. It's about really just listening to what's calling out to your soul and following that purpose and passion. And you're able, because you have so much conviction in your heart and in your soul to follow that path, you're able to stay on that journey and stay focused on that journey without being defeated by any type of challenge or bump in the road that gets thrown at you. So that's really what people really admire about you, is that you're so determined. And that's why I said, if you felt called to listen to group 1, there might be messages for you in there as well. But with soil too, it's making me think of how a lot of plants and a lot of, you know, a lot of any type of greenery is planted in the soil and needs to be, you know, covered in dirt and soil, and has to find its way out of that darkness and grow out of it. So that's just, it's just this beautiful energy. 24 condenses to 6. You have 2 6s here and a number 1. So 6 is a number about problem solving. It's about cooperation, and problem solving is exactly what you do when you're persevering and overcoming challenges. Is people really admire your ability to adapt and your ability to overcome things, your ability to follow through and persevere. And with number 1, that's just about opportunities and your potential and being really strong in yourself. 1 is the number of yourself as well. And so just being really rooted in your purpose and your soul and your passions, and people strongly admire this and love this about you. I feel like a lot of eyes are on you as well, group 1. Wow, I just messed up that whole thing. A lot of eyes are on you, group 1. Group 2, excuse me. A lot of eyes are on you, group 2. And people admire you a lot. A lot. So you might be in like the spotlight. You might be recognized a lot for the work that you do, or things that you are accomplishing, things like that. But let's go deeper with the tarot. So the 2 people, wow, that was quick. the Page of Wands. What do people love about group 2? What do people love about? We have Queen of Wands. Beautiful. What do people love? King of Pentacles. What do people love about group 2? Ten of Swords. Two. What does... There we go. We have the Hanged Man. Hanged Woman, excuse me. And the back of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. There we go. So people absolutely love your passion, of, as we talked about up here. They love how passionate you are and how rooted you are, and just there's just a lot of energy coming through about how, let's just talk about this card here, because this is what's kind of making me wonder, who are you, group 2? This Ten of Swords is often associated with betrayal. So I do not to say that you betray people, but people definitely see you as someone who is able to overcome whatever is thrown at you. So if people ever stab you in the back or things like that, you don't let that stop you. You know, you're able to persevere and overcome that. And so and typically when we do see this card in the normal Rider-Waite, this is somebody who is laying on the floor dead on the ground, and that's not the case in this particular. If the camera would just focus on the card, will you please? Thank you. And here, that is not the case. Here we have this beautiful person wrapped up and just chilling on the swords. Ow. That was my microphone thing, sorry. And she's just chilling on the swords, like relaxing on the swords, like just there. And you don't let that stop you. You don't let it, like, you don't dwell on the pain and let it hinder you from going after what you're doing, your passion, your purpose. You know that there's something more out there. And yes, you might lay there for a bit and reflect on it, and take some time for yourself. Of course, you're absolutely allowed to, and you're absolutely entitled to do that, of course. But you understand that you have a bigger purpose, and you understand that your passion is so much stronger than any pain and any betrayal that is done to you, and you move forward, you let it go, and you understand this is part of the cycle of life, this Hecate's path. You understand that that's part of it. And when you are faced at this crossroads, you choose, like, do you sit in it and you go down that path, or do you move forward and you choose to go down that path, and you use this magic within you, this amazing, powerful energy. Mother Earth talks about divine feminine energy as well. Whether you identify, it doesn't matter what you identify as. I always talk about energy only. It doesn't matter what you identify. Energy is energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us, regardless of what you identify as, okay? So this is about receiving and being open to the opportunities that come into our lives, and that is what you go for. So while you take inspired action towards your goals, you also know when to pause and surrender to the universe and allow things to come to you in your life as well. And that is what people really admire about you. You're able to just surrender and let things go, and you don't dwell on things. And people really love that about you also. They also love the fact and how generous you are, and it comes through really strongly into these cards. So you're somebody who is extremely generous, not just with material things, but also with your time and your energy as well, because for it to come out twice, not just in the Six of Pentacles, but you also have the King of Pentacles here. He is somebody who is, I say he because it's the king, but he's depicted as a male here, and this is regardless of what you identify as. Again, I want to be very clear on that. It doesn't matter what you identify as. The king is someone who understands that, is someone who has accumulated so much wealth and so much so much wealth, and is just so stable and reliable, and just worked extremely hard to get here. And not only that, but he's also very kind and very sweet and very, what is the word? I was going to say cherishable. That's not the word. Someone who is very loving as well, but reliable. Did I say that already? I said stable, basically the same thing. But the King of Pentacles is just like an amazing person, and that is what you are, group 2, an amazing person with so much passion and fire within you. And the Queen of Wands is just a magical person, as I said, with a dragon here too. There's so much magic within you. You're able to just manifest whatever it is that you're going for, and you're able to go for it with this perseverance as well. And like I said, if you felt called to listen to group 1, I strongly urge you to. But with the Page of Wands here as well, it's like you're always curious as to like what is out there, what's beyond, what else can I do. So while you definitely know your purpose and your passion, you're not just so fixated on the one thing. You understand that in order to get there, and in order to achieve this purpose of yours, you understand that you need to evolve and grow as you need to evolve and grow, because you're so rooted in nature as well. So you understand that, and that is something people really admire about you too, and love about you. And you just have this really kind aspect, kind and magical. People really love this part about you, this magical way, and how generous and kind you are. And I love that. That's amazing. You're just really, not only are you someone who is so confident, and someone who like empowers other people to stand in who they are in themselves as well. By being yourself, you help other people do that. You also are so kind and so generous with those people who are around you and closest to you and who you love. But you're also a very passionate person, and by you doing that and standing in your own purpose and yourself and being passionate about what you are doing, you have to know too that you're inspiring other people around you who are watching you. All of these eyes that are on you, you're inspiring all of these people to do the same thing, to go after their own dreams. And it's just this beautiful, beautiful energy, group 2. I love it so much. I'm so sorry I have to keep drinking water for you guys. You're making me choke up. But it's just this beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm going to go ahead and get you some advice. And, oh, we're going to go ahead and get you some advice. These cards are more about like reflection type things. This might be stuff that you already do. So we'll see what comes through. Okay, what does group 2 need to know? What does group 2 need to know? Anything group 2 needs to know, or what people love about them. So we have, what is this? Identity. Oh, how fitting. Okay. The Harry Potter films are filled with fascinating and complex characters, from dreamy, eccentric Luna Lovegood to the brave and confident Nymphadora Tonks to the complicated potions master Professor Snape. Which character in the Harry Potter films do you most identify with? What is it about the character that resonates so strongly with you? So seriously, group 2, this is just really talking to you about how you knowing exactly who you are and standing strong in who you are. And they brought up Luna Lovegood as well as Nymphadora Tonks and Professor Snape. These are all amazing characters in Harry Potter who knew exactly who they were, and they did not change anything about who they were in order to fit in. They are all extremely unique in who they are. I have Luna Lovegood right here. She was so different from everyone else, and that didn't stop her from being who she was. She stood in her power and stayed who she was, despite people picking on her, despite people taking her things. She stayed who she was, and she found her true friends in the end, and that is the most beautiful thing ever. And she also helped so many people. She helped Harry. She helped Neville. It was amazing. So that is something that you do for other people. She's one of my absolute favorite characters. Group 2. I also have experiencing loss. The ones that love us never really leave us, and you can always find them in here. Sirius Black, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Do you have someone whom you keep dear in your heart? How does their memory touch the way you live your life? So ironically, group 1 had this, not the same card, but also an experiencing loss card, but a different question and quote. I do feel like that your purpose and your passion and who you are is deeply tied to someone that you lost, and I feel like maybe the person that you lost, or for some of you might be a pet, might strongly influence you in why you are able to be unapologetically who you are, and why you don't feel afraid to be who you are. And I think that's why you honor them by being who you are, and you're so proud of that, and they want you to know that they are so proud of you and how far you've come. I'm sorry. Wow. They're really proud of you. Group 2. And you should be proud of yourself. So I need to drink some water. Wow. That was emotions are coming through. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cry, but it's just coming through. Someone really loves you. Group 2. A lot of people really love you, but someone you lost really loves you, and they want you to know that they're extremely proud of you. And they want you to keep going. They're rooting for you. Okay, let's get some advice, shall we? Whew. Group 2. It's getting heavy. Okay. the most loving energy I've felt. Okay, any advice? Spirit, any advice for group 2? Whoa. Oh, we have the high road. I like this. You definitely do take the high road a lot in a lot of cases, group 2. So I feel like that's something you already do. And this card can also talk about you just seeing, just again, like how you always see the bigger picture, and just keep going, keep persevering, and keep, you know, you see the long haul, the long journey, and you'll get there. You will get there for sure. So any other advice for group 2, please, Spirit? Whoa. We have water has memory. Hold on, I just dropped a bunch of cards. Hold on. So water has memory is kind of an interesting card in this deck. It just talks about how water has been here long before we ever existed, and it'll be here long after we're gone, and it's not, life is not possible without it. So basically what this card is saying is that you need to take care of yourself, and because you're so connected to the earth, you need to hydrate. That's like the long-winded way of saying hydrate yourself. But also what I'm getting here is with the snowflakes is that you are so unique. Don't let anyone ever dim your light with that, and understand that your uniqueness is what makes you shine. Just like Luna Lovegood is, she's so unique, and this in that same sense is that you are so unique, group 2. Don't let that take away from you. You must know that that is part of your superpower. So what else is group 2? That's quick. Enough is a feast. This card is just about being appreciative of what you have and content with that, because I don't want to say content, but just being appreciative of what you have and knowing that this card is about appreciating what you have. And this deck actually has a really beautiful quote that I really want to read to you, so let me just find it really quick. Hold on. Okay, it says, "For if you know what you want and will be content with it, you can be trusted. But if you do not know, your desires are limitless, and no one can tell you how to deal with you. Nothing satisfies an individual incapable of enjoyment." Alan Wilson Watts, The Book of Taboo Against Knowing Who You Are. I do feel like you just have to know and appreciate who you are, and know that you are enough. You are more than worthy of everything that you are wanting to achieve, and know that you are enough and worthy of achieving all of those things and getting all of those things. So I want you to know that, and your guides want you to know that, more importantly. And then we have at the back of the deck, we have, "Until all are free, none are free." Oops. So this card is actually a card about visiting and honoring those who have passed. So I do feel like if anybody, because you have this card, you had this card come out as well, if there's anyone that's been on your mind lately that you've lost, definitely, if you feel called to go and visit them, please do, because I feel like this card is coming out for a reason. But intuitively, what I want to say about this card is that if you feel like something is holding you back, do not, you have the ability to free yourself from that situation. So I do want to say that as well. Don't let anything hold you back. Yeah, you have a very beautiful energy, group 2, and I absolutely love everything that came through for you, and I hope that you really enjoyed your reading, group 2. So many people love you and so many people really admire you, as is as is makes sense. I totally said that wrong. But that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 2. I hope that you really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know how you enjoyed it, and I would really appreciate it if you did like it, if you shared it, and please join our family and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive pick a card readings. We also next month I'm also starting, or this month I'm also doing monthly zodiac predictions as well over there that will not be available here on YouTube, so that's really fun. And also my extended readings are available over on Patreon as well, so if you're interested, I'll link that down below. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. What's up, group 3? Welcome, welcome. If you chose this beautiful phantom quartz and the tarot of the divine, welcome to your reading. I didn't want to say anything but this. I've been obsessed with this since I got it, and I just got it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put your crystal right over here by Miss Luna, and I'm gonna pop your cards over here. Oh no, sorry, I got some ash from I made it worse. I keep making it worse. Okay, hold on. I just did a little cleansing with the Palo Santo stick for your group. I guess I got some ash on my table, so sorry. But anyways, we're gonna get into your reading. I didn't really explain much in the intro, so I wanted to keep it short. But nonetheless, you guys, I want to start off with these pre-shuffled oracles, and then go deeper with the tarot, and finish off with advice and some positive guidance type things, like things to reflect on or things that you need to know in terms of yourself and things like that. So let's just get into it. I don't want to keep this long. So what do other people love about you, group 3? So let's just get into it. Right off the bat, group 3, I do want to say that I feel like a lot of you have like this kind of mysterious way about you since you guys chose this crystal. I don't know a lot about phantom quartz. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do. I actually forget what the meaning is. I'm probably going to have to look it up. Let's see if I can pull it up really quick. It activates your 7th chakra, so the crown. So it filters divine wisdom from higher realms of consciousness. So of course, this has to do with spirit, connecting to spirit, and things like that, consciousness and the unknown, connecting to the divine. So I do feel like people, because you chose this crystal, maybe you chose it. Oh, we have a little bug friend. Sorry, let me just get this guy out of here. Okay, anyway, so because you chose this particular crystal, I do feel like people really love that you are mysterious. Like there's a magical quality about you that they're like, they want to know more about you. And like even the people that do know you, they're still like somehow you pull them in and like they want to know more. You know what I mean? Like there's more to you. There's like layers. I don't know what to say about that. Like not layers, like I guess there is layers to you. Like I feel like there's just like they get to know you, and then like there's like a deeper side to you. I don't want to say you're, maybe you are like an onion, like there's just more and more layers to you. They're making me think of Shrek, how you peel back the layers and layers. Not saying you're Shrek, I'm not saying that at all. Don't take that, I hope you don't take that the wrong way. But they're just making me think of that, how there are so many parts to you. Like, who are you, group 3? Okay, let's just dig in. Okay, we have the Nightingale. Maybe some of you are singers, or at least strong communicators for sure. We have the Traveler, number 17, right? We have number 20, Snakeskin, information, secrets, body language, senses. Wow. I'm gonna put that there. Let's use this one. 24, listening. Yeah, what did I say about communication? This is also the throat chakra card. And we have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And we have the last chapter, write your own story, closure, resolution, forgiveness. I don't know why his hand's so shaky. Okay, group 3, sorry. Wow. Group 3. Okay. I was not wrong about the onion thing. Just because snakeskin makes me think of, like, you know, snakes actually shed skin, and that's a layer. And then they keep shedding skin. They don't just do it once. They do it like many, many times. And then shakes. Snakes are also associated with rebirth. And I feel like a lot of you may go through that phase every now and then. Not to say you do it a lot. I don't feel like it happens very often. But definitely maybe once or twice for some of you. But I'm just saying, I'm going there with layer things up. You have a lot of parts to you. You have a lot of talent, and you have a lot of, like I said, there's so many things about you that people are just discovering, and they're like, wow, you do that? That's amazing. I can't believe you do that. You're so talented. And like they discover that you maybe, like I said, some of you might be singers and they're like, wow, you can do that. You're such a good singer. Wait, you actually write your music too? That's amazing. I can't believe you do that. Like that's crazy. You're so talented. Like there's so many parts to you that people are like peeling back the layers. Like there's so many layers to you that people absolutely love that about you. You're so multifaceted. That's the word, multifaceted. Just like this crystal right here. See how many facets there are on this thing? That is you, group 3. And so, and even with this card here, with listening, like if you just look at how much dimension is in this card, how many colors and swirls, that is just, that's you, group 3. I'm so sorry. I keep mixing up the numbers in the groups. But something about you, your voice is very soothing to people as well. Not only are you a good communicator in the sense that your voice is soothing and you speak really well, or you sing really well. For some of you, not all of you are going to be singers, but for some of you it's speaking, writing, things like that. but you're also a good listener. In order to be an effective communicator, you also have to be a really good listener as well. So it's a two-way street. So people absolutely love that about you. And you also bring a lot of people peace, in the sense that whether it's through your creative aspects of your music or what you write, or the advice that you give, simple as that. Yeah, through your words, through your speaking, through your kind voice, your speech. It could be poetry, things like that. Just even if you are not relating to even if you're not relating to being a singer or a writer of sorts, if you are somebody who just gives advice, or a speaker, or a good friend who people come to advice, you might find that you bring people a lot of peace in that. You have a kindness to you, and people are always able to rely on you in that way, and you bring them so much peace, and that's what they love about you. And for a lot of you, if you find that you are not good writers, or like you don't do that, I encourage you to do that because of this last chapter and all of this communication cards that are coming out, with the throat chakra type things. Like, this represents the throat chakra, this represents the throat chakra, the color of this card makes me think of the throat chakra. It's just about you being able to inspire others with your words and expressing what you have within you, connecting to your heart with as well. So write your own story, closure, resolution, forgiveness. And for some of you, this is just, even this card, Traveler, talks about communication, actually. Really understanding yourself and communicating. You're able to communicate not just with other people, but between like yourself and like beyond that, like through time and space and what's the word, time and space, and like other worlds, like on the 5D level, things like that. You might be a really good, like, you might be able to communicate with spirit, things like that. You might be able to channel and like a medium. And definitely, with this information, secrets, body language, like, you just are, there's just, communication is so strong in your, literally every card in your reading talks about communication. So if you're not a communicator, I would not be surprised if like the King or Queen of Swords didn't come out, or the Page, something like that. But the last chapter, write your own story. If you're not keeping a journal or something like that, I highly recommend that you do, journal things out. If you felt called to write a book or something like that, or poetry of any sort, please do so. I feel like you could do that, or like a motivational speaker, that sort of thing. People absolutely love what you have to say and how you say things, or just like your eloquent way of bringing things across, getting your story across, or advice across, things like that. So people absolutely love that about you. That's amazing. Group 3, it's crazy. We're gonna go ahead and dive deeper here. Oh, she's a little stiff. Okay, what do other people love about group 3? What do people love about group 3? What do people love about group 3, Spirit? What do people love? With the 7 of Wands. The High Priestess. What do people love about group 3? What do people love about group 3? What do people love? Ooh. We have the 4 of Swords. What do people love? Oh. The Hierophant. What do people love about group 3? What do people love about group 3? Whoa. Let's just get one, please. One more. That's too many. What do people love? Oh. The 10 of Swords. We also have the, this is beautiful, 6 of Wands. Okay. Okay. So, group 3, what people absolutely love about you. Okay. Group 3, what people absolutely love about you is how confident you are. There's a slew of things, honestly. Like I said, just like the diversity in the cards that came out here, just goes to show how many layers there are to you, as we talked about with the snakeskin and when I talked about the multifacetedness of you, group 3. Just, I mean, I don't even know how different of it. The only thing we're missing here in your reading is a Cups card and a Pentacles card. Yeah, seriously. But I'm just trying to make this nicer and I'm just making it messier. Anyway, but I guess I'll go in order because there's no way to like nicely do this. So people love your confidence, for one thing. And it's like this perfect confidence. Like, obviously nothing's perfect, but you have this way of being, just knowing who you are and just going for it, you know, in order to be such a good communicator and being able to be a good listener and give sound advice or bring your music to the world, or your poetry to the world, or your story to the world. Sometimes we have to have a little bit of confidence within us, and whether you realize it or not, because I know that not all of us feel confidence all the time, and or at all for that matter. Know that people do feel like you are confident or see that confidence within you, and they really admire that about you. At least when they see it in your craft or in your communication, when you communicate. So that is something that people really, really love about you. With this card here, they absolutely love that magic to you. We talked about it earlier as well. There's this mysteriousness to you, this magic. And whether you realize it or not, you have a connection to the divine also, and you can tap into that. And like I said, you can connect to other realms, other whether it be like starseed energy or spirit or things like that, you know, like you're able to tap into that with this High Priestess card here and communicate if you chose to hone in on that. And you might get messages in your dreams as well. And you have 2 twice with 20, and this card is number 2, which is a number about like duality and balance. You have a good balance of like speaking and listening. You also have this duality in the sense of like, see how this is like 2 snakes, right? You also have this duality in the sense that there are so many parts to you. I know duality is typically 2, but like there's more than just one part to you, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like when people can use just one word to describe you, you don't really have one word, or your one word would be multifaceted. And that's like a word to describe someone who has so many parts to them, you know what I mean? And so moving on to this 4 of Swords here, people love that you are able to bring them, again, peace, bring them calmness, and help them to realize like it's okay to just, you're like so soothing, you know? And I think this is also a call for you to also know like you know when to rest, you know when to pull back, and you know when to stop talking and when to listen, you know when to speak up, and when, you know, when it's enough, that sort of a thing. And so people really love and admire that about you. Same with the Hierophant. Not same, but you're able, people love that you, because you're such a good communicator. I keep using that word because that's what's coming through. A lot of you might be really good teachers as well. The Hierophant often talks about like higher learning, connection to religion even sometimes. But for you guys in particular, I'm feeling like a lot of you would be really good teachers. Some of you probably are teachers as well, being that you're such good communicators. And people actually really love that you are. You're so patient and you're so kind in your words and your speaking, and you can't be a good teacher unless you are those things. So if you've been feeling like you should teach in what you do, whether you are a teacher to students like kids or other people, you might want to teach like music or writing, things like that. With the 10 of Swords here, this is about your ability your ability to handle crisis, your ability to keep your cool and take that and turn it into a beautiful thing. And like, you have so much wisdom within you, and so much, like, despite having gone through so much pain and betrayal in your life, you're able to close the door on it. You're able to take that pain and use it in your own experiences, and use it in your own it's like you're able to like alchemize it and use it. I don't know why that word came out, but you're able to use that and help other people with it as well. Like, use your experiences and help other people heal from it. And you're able to reach this point of forgiveness, and you understand that you hold the power there, and you bring yourself peace with that, you know. You're such a powerful person in the sense that you understand that you hold the power there, and not the person that betrayed you. And people really admire that, your ability to bounce back like that. Whether or not you see it, I think that other people really do see that. With the 6 of Wands here, this is about your victories and how victorious you are in your endeavors. People are recognizing you and love you. And if you are trying to achieve something, or whether it's like in your writing or public speaking, singing, creating music, things like that, I do feel like there's this air about you that you could really be recognized for that in the public eye as well, if you wanted to put yourself out there, or maybe you already are for some of you. And like, just look at this card here. She's being celebrated, you know, and that's really what the Six of Wands talks about. It's like, people love you because you have this, like I said, you're able to bring your story, like that is just, I know I keep repeating myself a lot, but that's just such a strong message coming through in your reading. And I'm trying to pull out more information. I know I said you're multifaceted, and you really are. But the strong message up here is that you are such a good communicator, and you're able to help people through so many things with your words and your life experiences. And so people absolutely love that you are able to do that, and you're able to, whatever you put your mind to, you're able to do it. You know, you're able to bring people peace through your words and through your life stories and your experiences. You're a storyteller. You're, you know, through your words. In whatever form that you choose to create it in. So with that being said, we're going to move on and get you some advice here. Some advice are things to reflect on. These cards are pretty open as far as like what they bring you. Some things are things you might already have experienced, and kind of talk about, again, things that people like admire about you, things that you know, and sometimes it might bring up something that you might need to reflect on. So anything that group 3 needs to know, or what others love about them, Spirit, anything that group 3 needs to know that'll help them understand what others love about them. So we have battling our fears. The Patronus charm is a highly advanced spell that conjures a protective shield in the form of a silvery, shimmering animal that repels dementors. The charm works by concentrating on the most happy memory the person can think of. For Harry, this is a memory of his parents talking to him as a baby. What memory would you use to conjure your Patronus? Spend some time reflecting on this, and the next time you're feeling scared or anxious, try meditating on this memory to protect yourself against harmful thoughts and worries. So, what I'm getting here is that you're definitely somebody who can you're definitely someone who battles self-confidence from time to time, as we all do. We're all human, and we don't have confidence 100% of the time, for sure. And so we definitely have fears creep up on us and self-doubt, and I can see that happening for you. And for some reason, that's what's coming through in this card, is that your fear can get the best of you at times. And maybe that's why you clicked on this reading, is like you've been feeling down about yourself, or maybe someone said something to you recently that hit a nerve or really stuck with you. But you need to know that, or maybe somebody said something to you that really struck a fear within you and kind of stuck with you, or something to that point where a fear has just been like lingering with you. And right now you're just being asked to think of your happy memory to battle that fear. When this fear creeps up on you, you need to fight it. You need to overcome it, because you're capable and you're stronger than that fear. And I think a lot of it might have to do with something that you're trying to achieve and go after with this. So definitely reflect on something that you are happy with the next time that you are feeling scared or anxious about. Think about a happy memory and take control of it. I know it's easier said than done, and sometimes fear, like anxiousness, is definitely, anxiety is not something to joke about. I have anxiety. I know sometimes it's bigger than that, but that is just what's coming through with that card as far as like going after your goal. So anything else that group 3 needs to know? we have personal growth. It says, honestly, don't you two read Hermione Granger, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? For Hermione Granger, there's almost nothing that can't be solved by consulting a book. In fact, there are many instances throughout the films where Hermione's bookishness helps her friend save the day. She even carries a huge stack of books in her enchanted bag when she, Ron, and Harry go hunting for Horcruxes. Books play a huge part in how Hermione understands and interacts with the world. Have you ever come across a book or books that had a strong effect on your life? What were they, and why do you think they affected you so much? So basically, like I said, take these cards with a grain of salt, but if that resonated with you, go ahead and take what you will from the card. But what I'm getting here is sometimes it's good to grow ourselves by digging into a little self-help book. I know self-help sounds kind of weird to say, but it definitely does help our personal growth. So things like expanding our spirituality and our minds, or things in our field, will definitely help us reach bigger and better things if we are open to growth and open to learning new things and expanding areas where we want to go where we haven't gone yet. We have to be open to learning things. And sometimes opening a book and going old school rather than just trying to like YouTube everything. I am a firm believer in video learning as well. We all learn differently, of course, so whatever works for you. The whole point of it is to just be open to learning something new, whether it's from a book or taking a class, something like that. So we're going to finish off with these cards over here. Some advice. Oh my gosh, I can't pick up. So, closing advice for group 3. Closing advice for group 3, please, Spirit. Any closing advice for group 3? I'm going to lay the cards and then I will talk about them. Acceptance is the answer. The backrooms. Tag, you're it. Ooh. And the back of the deck is believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. Okay. Okay, so group 3. Basically, your advice here is to just... Let's talk about this card first. Sometimes we like to revisit our past in order to, like I said, when we brought up like telling our story, we can get stuck in this time loop of the back rooms and visiting our past memories. And some people can get stuck here. And basically the message is don't get stuck here for too long. While it's healthy to revisit our memories in our past, we never want to get stuck here for too long. It can bring up some pain and memories and things that, you know, while some things are good, some things are not. And there's no sense of time or space there. And so we don't want to get trapped there. We want to be able to move forward. And so that's just a message coming through with that card. Acceptance is the answer, is talking about you don't have to, with certain things, like because you're such a good communicator, this is basically just saying how you might hear something that you don't necessarily condone or respect or things like that or agree with, but Sometimes you just have to accept what is, you know. That might be a very specific advice card for somebody. Another thing, though, that I'm getting from this is that you need to just accept who you are, in the sense that you are enough. You know, see how this room is just simple and clean? And rather than like making it filled with stuff and cluttering it with things to make it feel full and stuff like that, I'm just getting this really strong message that you might feel like you need to do more and be more, when really you need to just love yourself and accept yourself for who you are, and that is enough and more than enough. Okay, like there's nothing you need to do to make yourself be more. You, like, there's this feeling of like, some of you might think that you're not enough, but you are. Okay, people will accept you, and you need to accept you. Tag your it. This is about you. Really, this is like this card right here, getting your time to shine. All these cameras flashing. It's your time to shine, baby. Believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. So this is a card basically that talks about this is a card that talks about don't be fooled by things that you see on social media sometimes. I think because some of you might be working in the spotlight, especially with this card coming out. Just know that not everything you hear is going to be the truth, and not everything you see is going to be real. You know, a lot of things are going to be filtered, and a lot of things are going to be not legit. So just take things with a grain of salt, use your intuition, use your logic, and trust your gut. Ultimately, do your research, things like that. So that is what I see for you, group 3. And I absolutely love your energy, you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed your reading. And yeah, please go ahead and smash the like button, and let me know down below how you liked this reading. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you shared this, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there. And we're going to be having, we have exclusive pick a card readings there, as well as an exclusive monthly zodiac reading there as well. Not available here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm really excited, you guys. Our family's growing over there, so I'm happy if you're over there already. And if not, I will link it down below. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye! What's up, group 4? If you chose the Flower Agate Starfish and the Tarot of Mystical Moments, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put your crystal right over here by Miss Luna Lovegood. I'm going to move your cards to the side for now. And then we're going to just get started right away with your oracle cards here that I have pre-shuffled, to just get right into what do other people love about you. I have a feeling that there are a lot of parts to you that people love. Just because you chose the Starfish, I feel like you are the star. Group 4, I feel like you are seen by other people as a star, as, you know, you get a lot of recognition from other people for sure, being who you are, and you're somebody who just shines for sure. So with that being said, let's just get into your cards here. We have the Otter. Love that. We have the Mermaid. This is also number 27. 27 might be a significant age for some of you. Take it only if it resonates, or 28 even, because this is 28. Belladonna, visions, caution, guidance, clarity, stand firm. camera would focus. This is a really cool card. I just heard like, what is that song called though? Maybe it'll come back to me. It was like on the tip of my tongue. Then we have, this is a throat chakra card. This is number 23, Truth. We have Portal. A new door is opening. Beginnings, opportunities, adventure. Enter. Is it, is that Papa Roach? I think it's called Last Resort. Cut my life into pieces. That's just what I heard when this card came out. I don't know why. We'll get into it, but that's just what I heard. That's the only part of the song I heard too. So, and then we have Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire. Can you focus so I can read the card? In this physical reality. Okay, maybe it won't. That might be as good as it gets, guys. Okay. But there we go. So group 4. You are definitely, your energy is so beautiful, group 4, and people absolutely love that about you for sure. And I'm getting that like a strong sense of balance in who you are. And what I mean to say is that you might have messages in a group as well. Like how a star has 5 points, like there are many points to you as well. And not to say that you are it's like multifaceted. That's the word I used in the other group. You're very versatile and you can do so many different things, and that's why you have this abundance card showing up. People are in just such awe of you and all the things that you're able to do and accomplish for yourself, and that's what they absolutely love and admire about you. You are able to just come out on top of so many things, and I feel like you've been led down such a dark path with this Belladonna Visions card coming out here. I'm feeling like you have been like in the dark, like maybe that's not the right way to say it. You have been almost like shoved down a path that you did not expect to be shoved down, because I feel like this is somebody who maybe was like cast out of something that, you know, it's almost like this energy of like people either, whether, okay, so it's going to apply differently to different people because I'm getting different energies coming through. For some of you, people misjudged you and they cast you out because of that, and you were pushed to the side, so you weren't able to do something that you were trying to do in that particular journey or aspect of your life. And so you had to choose a different path or go down like another, you know, another door had to be, you know, you opened another doorway for yourself, another opportunity for yourself to create your own abundant life. And for others of you, this is like people just cast you out for some other reason. I'm not sure why. It feels like just almost like toxic, because belladonna is like poison. So that's why I'm feeling like there was a toxic situation that happened and took place, and that's how come you were pushed out on the side. And it's like almost like a mean girls. I'm being shown mean girls. Like, you can't sit with us anymore. You're, you know, you can't sit with us because you're wearing sweatpants, and so you can't sit with us anymore. That's kind of what I'm being shown. And the energy here is not that you are a mean girl or anything like that. It's the vibe is actually that you had to build yourself back up from nothing, you know. And kind of like Regina George, like, everybody kind of cast her out, and she had to rebuild herself up from somebody else, because she was no longer, you know, who everybody thought she was anymore. She stepped into her own light and became, you know, Regina George, the lacrosse player. And she was, you know, everybody became their own person from the plastics, right? They all had their own identities after that, and they became better people from that. And that's kind of what you did. And you saw the truth in the situation. You were able to see the truth in whatever toxic situation that you're involved in, and created this new abundant life, this new opportunity. And you, not to say that you were one of those toxic people or a part of that situation, it's just that you saw the truth and the light in it. And that lesson was a blessing in your life. That particular, you know, moment, that tower moment, that's what I'm being shown as a tower card in tarot, is like this disruption, this brutal awakening in your life was meant as a blessing in disguise. And thank God for that, because you know, and I'm sorry if you don't believe in God, but that's just the saying that came to my head. But whether or not you believe in that particular being, whatever you believe in, I respect whatever everyone believes in. That's just what I want to get at here. You were meant to do bigger and better things. So this is why this had to happen. And so at the root of this, you were always this otter mermaid person. At the root of this, you were always this happy and joyful and playful person who was so in touch with their emotions. And you always had this big heart, and you were always someone who understood other people's emotions as well. And that's what people really loved about you. And I'm pretty positive that you are someone who attracted a lot of people into your life, and people really vibed with you, and people really like loved your energy. And so that is what people really, really love about you, is that, you know, your energy, your vibe, your joy, your playfulness, your happiness, just the way you light people up and make people feel. And there's this quote, and I'm going to butcher it because I'm not able to think of it word for word, but it has to do with, like, people don't remember you for what you do all the time, but for how you make them feel, you know. And that's you. And so while you may have built up this hard and tough exterior because of what you've been through, you also don't let that harden you too much, because you have this emotional side to you with a mermaid here. You have a balance. And so that's another thing that people really admire about you, that despite all of this adversity that you've been through, and despite all of this pain and hardship and betrayal that you might have gone through, you're still someone who is so soft and sensitive and loving and loyal to those who deserve it. I will say, you won't just give it out so openly and freely to anyone. While you do welcome everyone with open arms, you also have this, like, this is making me think of like a judge, like, with the scales here. Like, you will give everyone a chance, and even a second chance at that, but you're not stupid, you know, you're not naive, and you're not going to let someone walk all over you either, you know, and you have this emotional side to you where you can feel people out. With this mermaid card here and the otter card, these are both water cards, by the way, which have a lot to do with emotion and intuition. So you have this really good sense of people's vibe. Like you can read their energy and get a feel for them. Like you know how they are, but at the same time you won't judge them off the first meet. You will give them a chance. So that's what people really appreciate about you, is that you do open your arms to people and you give people chances and you don't judge them off the bat. You know, you don't judge them off their story or your first meeting either. And yeah, you're somebody who is always on the go. You don't just sit, despite being pushed down and knocked down off your ass and stuff like that. People really admire how you don't just sit and wallow. You are always on the go. So when you think about the otter and the mermaid in the water, like sure, the otter will like play and play and play and rest, but when you think about when the otter is laying on its back in the water, it's still moving in the water. And same with the mermaid, they're always in the flow of the water. The water is constantly moving and flowing and never stagnant, you know. And so these creatures are constantly in flow, and so are you. You know, you're pretty go with the flow, and you are constantly looking for ways to move and not stay in still waters, you know. And people really love that about you as well. And they also love how well you are able to just stand firm in who you are. You know who you are. You don't let people tell you otherwise. And when you don't believe in something, you're not going to just go with it. With this truth card, you're someone who believes in integrity. You're someone who believes in seeing the truth in things. And while you are someone who is very loyal, you are more aligned with who you are and aligned with the truth and aligned with doing the right thing and aligned with who you are in your heart and not hurting other people. And so people really respect that and love that about you as well. And that's what leads you to all of this abundance and opportunities and beginnings. That's what opens so many doors for you. Not to say that people open doors for you, but that's what grants you these opportunities, is because you attract all of this good energy into your life by putting out that energy, right? So energy, you attract the energy that you put out into the world, and that is exactly what you do. And people love, love, love that about you. I love that about you. This is amazing energy. More people should be like you, otter, mermaid. This is absolutely amazing. This group is actually making me think of one of my friends, and I hope she watches this group. I hope she picks this group, because this is making me think of my friend Corinne. And yeah, this is insane. But this is just so much good energy, and you guys are amazing people. And you should know that if you ever feel defeated and if you ever feel like down, because not everyone can stay strong all the time, you should just know and be proud of how far you've come. Like, you did this, you know. And people, though they may not say it to you, it's because they are afraid, and they are not as good as communicating as you are, and that's something that they admire. And you inspire people by doing what you do. You inspire people by sharing your story and by pursuing your dreams. And you have this way of balancing working as hard as you do, but also like playing at the same time, because the otter is somebody who is very playful, and when the otter is not happy and joyful, it's because they're working too much. And so keep in mind that you have all of these cards from different decks now coming out, and the fact that they all came out together shows me that you're somebody who is able to do all of these things at the same time. You're able to balance with these scales here. You can see it. The otter is an animal that is known to be super playful. There's even a career test that talks about how the otter is a playful creature in the workplace and really just focuses on playing. Same as in this deck here as well. Play, joy, energy, full of love and very content with where they are in their life. And you have this abundance card, which you cannot get abundance without working very hard. And I do want to point out here too, abundance is not just material and wealth and finance, but it's also with love and, you know, the people surrounding them and relationships and energy, good energy at that, and opportunities as well. And you wouldn't have this portal card where beginnings, opportunities, adventures, where doors are opening. You would not have that if you only played all the time, and you would not have new opportunities opening up if you only worked all the time, because you need to have a balance of people skills and relationships, building relationships. And I feel like that is something that you do on a regular basis. Is I don't know if that's something that you might do for work or something that you do on the side hustle or what, but people really admire what you do, and you might even have people asking you to guide you, especially when you have this guidance here on this Belladonna Visions card. Guidance, clarity, stand firm. You might have people coming to you asking, what is it that you do? Can you help me? I feel like you're someone who can definitely guide people and mentor people doing what you do, especially with all this water energy in the throat chakra card coming up here, which can often talk about communicating and creating and inspiring others and even teaching. So with that being said, we're going to move forward with your tarot cards now and go a little bit deeper. So what do people love about group 4? Sorry, group 4. I don't know where my microphone cut out, but we're gonna try this again. So you might miss where I shuffled the tarot out. It depends where, again, when I'm editing, I'm not sure where my microphone cut out. So I'm just gonna start over from the top from my tarot. Hopefully that's where it cut out, because I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna pray that's where it cut out, because that's a lot of footage to like go through. Anyways, group 4, you guys are definitely, and I always say this in the most loving way, and I only mean this in the most loving way, and it doesn't matter what you identify as when I say it. You are a boss bitch, okay? You are a boss bitch. And I say that because, and I want to know who you are. Comment down below if you're willing to tell me who you are and what you're doing, because seriously, you're somebody who opens the door for so many people. And when I hopefully I didn't get cut off too early in my microphone when I talked about how you help people and you open doors for people and you show them how to create abundance for themselves, because you do it for yourself. And people are like, well, what do you do? What are you doing? Because obviously you live an amazing life and you have this balance of like work and play that we talked about up here earlier before we drew the tarot. And it's showing up on the bottom here that you are someone, you literally have all of these amazing cards coming out. And we're just gonna go in order. Okay, so with this Queen of Swords coming out here, I love how it's so similar, like they're both looking ahead here. So you are able to see very far and ahead, and like you have like a keen eye to see what opportunities are the right opportunities for you. And so it's like you have this knowing, and you are able to really see the truth in things and see like deem what is good and what is not good for you. And it's also like this unbiased way of seeing things as well. Like you're able to see, you have like a higher perspective than obviously like the rest of the world, being that you've been through a lot of things. If my card will focus. Come on, camera. Will you focus? Oh my god, I hit the camera. Sorry. Okay, focus. There we go. Nope. Okay, here we go. So see how she's like perched way up there? This is like a hot air balloon building, okay, above the trees. You see that? She's way up there and she can see far above everybody else. And not to say that you think you're superior or anything like that. It's just that you have a higher perspective because of what you've been through. And so with that being said, it's because of your experiences and what you've been through in the past. I'm just curious to see. Oh, okay, see? What's that one? Seven of Wands. Yeah. I love that for you. So you've definitely been burned in the past for sure. Like this Ten of Swords is behind the Nine of Pentacles. You've been betrayed in the past by many people that you thought you could trust and rely on, but which has caused you to kind of have your guard up at times and, you know, be on the defense in the past. And you kind of had this like wake up call, even with the Judgment card there behind that. Yeah, but then like upon that happening to you, you realize that not everybody is like that. And you've kind of built yourself back up from nothing, is what I'm hearing. And so, despite being betrayed by all of those people that you thought were your friends and they really weren't, you know, you've learned that you've learned who you can really trust and who you can't, because not all of them, you know, did you dirty. Just quite a few. I mean, obviously that sucks, and I'm not trying to dismiss what happened to you at all, but I'm saying that you did have, you are grateful and blessed because you did have people in your corner who were there for you during that time, and you were able to build yourself back up from nothing with this Nine of Pentacles here, that you created a life of abundance and financial stability for yourself, and not just financially, but like not just financially, not materially, but also like within your family, your love for those that are around you, not necessarily just romantically, but within your friend group. And people really admired how you were able to build yourself back up out of that and still come back with such a heart of gold. And I say that because you have the sun energy here, and with that otter energy, you just have so much joyful energy about you. It's just reiterated here and here as well. And then even in the King of Cups, you are someone who is so kind and just loving, and emotionally you are so aware of people's emotions as well as your own, and you're so generous and giving. And not just to anyone though, you do have a sense of awareness now with this Queen of Swords energy, and people really admire that about you, that you are so strong and still so like I said, that heart of gold energy. And with this Three of Pentacles here, you're somebody who works really well with other people, and you may even find yourself collaborating with other people, whether it's in your business, or this could even be teaching other people as well, that, as I talked about up here. Hopefully, like I said, that didn't cut off. but you may find yourself teaching other people to do what you do, or teaching other people just in general. And other people are really admiring you as well for what you do for work, and coming to you for mentorship, things like that. With the Three of Pentacles, though, this is just also people locking arms with you, things like that, collaborating with you. Like, do you see how these two birds are holding the paintbrushes in order to create this artwork here? Like, people are collaborating with you and working with you to create something even more abundant, and creating more abundance and things like that. And you're just creating a whole system of wealth for yourself and your family. And with the Queen of Pentacles, that is like the ultimate, like one of my favorite cards in the entire deck, period. So the Queen of Pentacles is just the do-it-all. You know, she is just someone who works really, really hard, as well as like takes care of home and family and the children and things like that, if that's what you have. Or, and if not, you know, you're just very balanced in terms of like work and family and friends, things like that. You're very balanced in your life, and you're able to accumulate, like I said, abundance in all aspects of your life. So this is material, finance, love. And love is not only, when I talk about love, it's not only romantic love, it's love in your relationships and friends, family, things like that. So, and you know, people just really admire how versatile you are, in, you know, like a starfish. You know, you have all of these parts of you. And there's another group that had a similar message about facetedness, and you are just really a ball of sunshine. You are the sun, and you bring the sunlight to so many people's lives, and you shine on them, and you help reveal the sunlight within them. You reveal the light within them as well. So without beating that message too much, I do want to get a couple of these cards for you. This is just some things for you to reflect on, or that you might want to take note of, or that Spirit wants you to know that people love about you, things like that. So what does group 4 need to know as far as like what people love about them? Is there anything, guidance for them? We have battling our fears. Obliviate is a powerful spell used in the Harry Potter films to erase memories. If you could use Obliviate to erase any one memory from your mind, what would it be? Because that isn't an option in real life. Can you find another way to make peace with that memory? So obviously we did talk about betrayal that you faced in the past, and maybe there's some things that either happened to you in the past that you want to erase, or that you've done in the past that maybe you're not really proud of and that you want to erase. But basically Spirit wants you to know that these are things that you, although maybe you don't want to remember or things like that, they helped mold you into who you are, and not to be ashamed of that. You know, you don't have to talk about it. Like, we don't have to talk about Bruno. I just heard that. But for sure, they just know that we all have our shadows within us, and without those shadows we don't have light, and you are the brightest light, with the sun card showing up here. And so just know that, you know. We also have Flights of Fancy here. And we have, in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Hermione is given a special magical artifact which allows her to go back in time so she can take multiple classes within the same hour. Time turners are highly restricted artifacts with good reason. Manipulating time can have terrible consequences. Harry and Hermione ultimately use it with Professor Dumbledore's blessing to rescue both Buckbeak and Sirius Black and help them escape Hogwarts. If you could use a time turner to go back and observe one day or moment in time, what would it be? Why is that particular day or time valuable to you? So this is really about you appreciating the time that you have, and maybe appreciating the time that you've experienced before, and really appreciating the moment, because I feel like a lot of things are go, go, go right now. In your life, and we can get caught up in that go, go, go energy, especially with the otter, and you need to be in flow with in flow with things, and I understand that pressure and wanting to be there and help other people do what you do. But know that, you know, it's important for you to balance that playful side of you and that joyful side of you, and get that rest and be in tune with yourself as well. So any advice, any last advice? We have kill your darlings. So kill your darlings. This deck is very unique in the messages that it brings, so I'm kind of reading it a little bit differently than what the deck, what the book would say. But kill your darlings is just about you breaking any habits any bad habits that you've been trying to do. So like, this is your sign from your guides and your angels to get on that. You know, it's like near and dear to you, but rewritten history. Rewritten history. So this card is basically telling me that somebody might be trying to rewrite the past and tell your story a little bit differently. And this is just about you speaking your truth, which is what came out here. Speak your truth, write your story, and tell your story. Don't be afraid to tell it. You know, don't let other people tell your story, okay? That's what's coming out. You don't have to drag anybody else down, and I feel like you don't, but don't let other people tell your story, okay? That's kind of the message that's coming through here. So one more advice. Any other advice for group number 4? Which one are we taking? We'll take the one that fell out. We have the hot tub's too hot. Yeah, so it's getting hot because you are bringing the heat, my friend. You really are. I think something else flipped over, and I just want to make sure I flip it back. So don't let the pressure get to you. I feel like you're pretty good under pressure in general, but like I said, I feel like you have a lot of things going for you at once. So like I said, get to water, let yourself relax, and get yourself that self-care. On the back of the deck, we also have body scan, which again is making me think like you need to check in with yourself and give yourself that self-care before you burn yourself out, because it's getting hot. So things are burning up. You're making a lot of big moves here. So I feel like definitely do a self check-in for you and let yourself, you know, rest, take care of yourself. That's ultimately what I'm getting here. Love on yourself, because so many people love and admire you, and definitely, you know, we always want to pour back into ourselves. So don't forget to do that. I feel like that's a really big message coming through for you, group 4. I absolutely love you, and so do so many other people, group 4. And I want you to know that you are amazing. You're so amazing. I'm so curious, what do you do? Let me know down below. That's where I'm going to leave your reading, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button and let me know down below how you liked it. And again, I'm really curious, what do you do, group 4? Tell me. I want to know the tea. Anyways, if you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you shared this, and please join our family. I would love to see you back for more, and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below if you want to join our family over there, where we will have exclusive pickle card readings as well as exclusive zodiac monthly predictions over there. I'm doing one this month, and my extended readings are also available there as well. I don't have one today, but I had one for my last reading, and I'll try to do one again soon. But yeah, those are not available here on YouTube, so those are exclusive for Patreon. And our Patreon family is growing, so I'm really excited. And yeah, but I will see you all very, very soon. And yeah, bye guys!